up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nikki, and if you are new, this is Life with Nick, and I do videos on business, lifestyle, and fashion. So today I'm back with yet another Atlanta edition video. You know your girl loves talking about some Atlanta and give you guys this advice. So today I'm here to give you guys some pointers on a question that I'm actually asked quite often, and that is, what is the best suburb of Atlanta, or what suburb should I move to when I do plan my move? So I'm here to give you guys some pointers on that. I am going to list my top 5 favorite suburbs from what I have experienced living in Georgia and from what I've seen. So, you know, this is just all based on my personal opinion. So before we go ahead and get into the video, if you have not already done so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. And also, if you have not already done so, I do have a women's boutique by the name of Bright Vibes Fashion. I'm going to go ahead and leave that in the description box below for you guys to shop with you, girl. But before we go ahead and get into the video, like I said, go ahead and check out my other videos and let's begin. Alright, so to begin, we're going to talk about Alfred Georgia. Alfred Georgia is located in northern Fulton County. Very nice suburb, very family-oriented suburb. I feel like it's one of those places that you go to and you hear about for the first time, and you're like, where is this in Georgia? It's not really that known, but once you come here, you will see that a lot of people do clean towards Alfred just because it is a very nice, clean place to live. From doing my research, I did find out that the average household income of Alfred, Georgia is $110,000 a year, which personally to me is extremely livable, especially depending on the amount of people within your household. Very nice, quiet place. I feel like a lot of people go there to settle down, to buy homes. You know, if you're someone who has children and you want your kids to go to school in a good suburb, a lot of people will go there for that reason. As well as when I was doing my research, I did find out that the average rent cost in Alfred is $1,500 a month, and that does start off for a 1-bedroom, which is definitely the average rate. I would definitely say very close to a lot of different suburbs that are in Georgia. So not too much, but for some people it may be too much, but I think that it is worth it just because Alfred is very nice. Definitely one of those places that I feel like you see like in Lifetime movies with the big houses and the crazy families, but no, it's not like that. It's definitely a nice place to live. I feel like it's somewhere that you can sleep at night and just know that you are going to be okay and nothing is going to pop off or go down. So definitely check out Alfred, Georgia. Their school ratings are very good, so a lot of people do try to put their kids into the system, as well as it's just a nice place to go. Definitely won't have to travel too far to go to a grocery store or do any kind of shopping, just because they are not limited on the amount of shopping centers that they have. Very nice place to shop. If you love TJ Maxx, Marshalls, whatever it is, you will find it Alfred. So definitely check that out. As I mentioned, the average rent cost per month is $1,500 a month. So if you're someone who's interested in moving there, definitely go ahead and check out Alfred. So let's move on. So next we are going to talk about Roswell, Georgia. Roswell, Georgia is also located in northern Fulton County and is extremely nice as well. Roswell is extremely close to people who may know as Marietta. Very nice, clean place to live. Kind of reminds me of Alfreda, but a little bit more city-like. Roswell is also located by numerous of different shopping centers, has a lot of different apartments if you're someone who's interested in renting, as well as definitely has a lot of different beautiful home options. So the average household income in Roswell is currently $99,000 a year, so a little bit under Alfreda, but definitely still really good from what you usually find. Definitely a place to live and feel safe. Very known for its safeness. If you do your research and on Google, you will see that that is something that is mentioned about Roswell, you know, numerous of times. And just like Alfreda, the cost of rent per month on average is about $1,500 a month. Personally, from when I did my research, I am very cheap, so I was actually able to find apartments that were much cheaper for that. I actually know someone who lives in Roswell and pays about $1,200 a month for a 1-bedroom. So if you are someone who's able to do your research and you know you keep looking, you will be able to get lucky and maybe find something that is cheaper than the $1,500 a month. But yeah, definitely check out Roswell. I would say Roswell is extremely north, so if you're someone who wants to be kind of in the middle of things, it may not be for you just because it's extremely far north, so it is kind of far from a lot of different other suburbs, and there's also a lot of traffic within Roswell, but definitely a great place to settle down. A lot of people move there you know, after college, or to buy their first homes, or just to get settled in some place that they feel comfortable. So definitely check out Roswell, Georgia if you are someone who is interested. You know, definitely look into that. So next we are going to talk about Johns Creek, Georgia. So we're going to go a little bit higher up in the ladder just because Johns Creek, Georgia is a very high-end suburb. Definitely very expensive. I feel like whenever you hear from someone saying that they are from or currently live in Johns Creek, it's like, oh, you got big money over there. Johns Creek is definitely like big money goes, you know, big pimping. But yeah, the average household income of Johns Creek is $122,000 a year, which is more than livable, and which is like insane to me, just because that is like the average person or the average household makes $122,000 a year, which is like so much money. Definitely livable. The average rent, like most suburbs and that I mentioned, is $1,500 a month. I would say definitely it's still for Roswell. To be honest with you, most apartments that you find might be a little bit more just because of the area and because of its rankings. Johns Creek is also another suburb that is known for its quality as well as its safeness. A lot of people move there when they, you know, they want to settle down. But in order for you to do that, you do have to have money, just because the cost of living is a little bit more expensive. And from what I've personally seen when looking, the average apartment is about $1,600 a month. So about $100 more than Alfreda. And what else do we talk about in Roswell? So, you know, definitely the place to be, though. I feel like if you make it to Johns Creek, you just made it in life, just because it's just one of those places, again, that a lot of people don't know about, but when they get there, they're like, wow, this is like big money. Houses are beautiful. You literally drive through and you're like, whoa, like this is over here where Tyler Perry and T.I. live in. But yeah, definitely very nice. Like I said, the average household income is about $122,000. And the reason I'm mentioning this to you guys, just because I feel like that plays a huge role. I feel like, you know, it's all about money at the end of the day when it comes to certain suburbs. If certain cities have money, then they're able to do a lot more than certain cities that don't, unfortunately. And, you know, hopefully we pass that kind of line one day. But moving on, we're going to talk about Peachtree City, which is actually located in Fayette County. So I personally at some point worked in Peachtree City, and from what I've seen, is a very nice place, very quiet. I feel like it's full of a lot of working class individuals, so you're not going to see people just out and about doing nothing. A lot of people are moving and on the go, which is extremely inspiring from what I've seen. From the list that I have in front of me, I feel like it's a place that I can personally relate to the most, just because it is very suburban. And actually, the fun fact about Peachtree City is most of the citizens are actually homeowners, so it's very rare for you to find a house in Peachtree City that is actually rented out to someone. And just like, you know, Alfreda and Johns Creek, Peachtree City average household income is in the 100,000s, actually at $100,000 to be exact, which is also very good. And the actual rent does go up a little bit more, and Peachtree City is at $1,600 a month on the average rental. But again, it's one of those things that are very well worth it, just because so much to do, very clean. All right, so last but not least, we're going to talk about Kennesaw, Georgia. Kennesaw, Georgia is mostly known for its college, Kennesaw State. Kennesaw is actually a very high-end suburb as well, but it's actually a little bit more affordable than the previous suburbs that I mentioned. The average household income is actually $77,000 a year, which is definitely good, but definitely not as good as the other ones that I mentioned. But the great thing about it is that it is definitely realistic. So it's definitely a place that most people, it's definitely a place that people are actually able to move to and that people can actually afford. The average rent cost is $1,400 a month, which is a little bit around the same amount that people pay in other suburbs, and some actually pay more. So if you are someone who plans to move on Johns Creek, you will be paying a little bit more money than if you are someone who plans to move to Kennesaw. Kennesaw, I feel like it's kind of a mixture of it all. Kind of got the suburban feel like Alfreda, so a lot of people go there to buy nice homes, have beautiful homes, very nice. Kennesaw is actually very low-key though. It's very country, so if you drive out there, you may be on the same road for miles and miles, but definitely a quiet place that a lot of people go to settle down, just because it is a lot lot more affordable than the other mentioned cities. But I personally like Kennesaw. I probably wouldn't move there just because of the country. I'm more of a city girl. I like to be dead in the middle of the city. But you know, if you are someone who's interested and you do want to pay that average of the $1,400 a month, go ahead and check that out. But I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so, as well as go ahead and turn on that notification bell. Again, check out my business at brightvibes.net, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.